Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is our third lesson in grammar. So we've done lesson 1, which we covered. Now we're going to use Arabic for this. Ismun, fi'lun, and harfun, yeah? Okay, so these were the 3 types of Arabic words. So we covered all 3. No, we covered ismun and fi'lun in the first lesson. In the second lesson, we covered fi'lun, verbs. Okay. Now in the third lesson, so the first lesson was ismun and harfun. Second lesson was fi'lun. And now the third lesson today is that what we're going to do, we're going to do combinations. Okay, how do these types of words in Arabic actually combine together? All right, so let's do the easy ones first. So if we were to combine, so with harfun, okay, we can combine different types of particles, harfun, together. Okay, so can you give me examples of the of harfun, please? Types of harfun. Tabarak had a hand up first. Yes?
Possessive pronouns.
So possessive pronouns. Excellent. So we had possessive pronouns. We had, just shout them out. Rashida? Prepositions.
Pronouns.
We have prepositions, pronouns, interrogatives. Excellent.
Demonstrative.
Well, yes, and demonstrative. Okay. We did, wow, all of them, excellent. So what I'm going to do now, thank you, that's excellent. What we're going to do is how do we combine these together? So let us think of prepositions and pronouns, how they combine together. So can anyone think of an example where these two can go together? We have covered it, but not in great detail. Rashida? Nope. Give me examples of where a preposition, Arabic word, combines with a pronoun. Or, if I be more accurate, attached pronouns. Right? Attached pronouns. Okay. So, can anyone remember what the attached pronouns were? What's the attached bit? What are they? Ahmed? No, give me an example of attached pronouns. What are the letters for attached pronouns? Tabaraka. Sorry? Nope. No, yeah, what? Deen what? Ashik.
Deenuhu.
Yes.
Deenuhu his deen. Deenuhum their deen. Deenuka your deen. Deenukum your all your deen. Deenuna my deen.
Deeni.
Deeni my deen. Deenuna our deen.
Yeah, so let's just do that all together to remind ourselves of attached. So this is attached pronouns to, actually this is an example of attached pronouns to ismun. Right? Because the ismun in deenuhu is which? Deen. And so deen is the actual ismun, and the attached pronoun is deenuhu, his deen. Deenuhum, their deen. Deenuka, your deen. Deenukum, all your deen. Deeni, my deen. Deenuna, our deen. Now if we were to separate those attached pronouns, these letters, so deenuhu, so hu would come here. And then you have hum, deenuhum, for example, hum. And then you have deenuka and deenukum. Yeah? And then you have deeni and deenuna. Yeah? So this is what's the bits that are attaching, yeah? Now, what I'm asking you is that you've given me an example, thank you for that, which is for ismun and attached pronoun. Now, I'm asking for the example of now a preposition with attached pronoun. Can anyone think an example of that?
Can Can you repeat the question, sir?
So we have an example of ismun with attached pronoun, which is deen, and hu and hum. Now I want an example of a preposition with an attached pronoun. It's going to have all these at the end. These are the attached pronouns here. So, and the preposition must go here. So, Ahmed, you have to speak louder, I can't hear you. No, not who I'm Muslim. No. Rashida? No. That's an example of a preposition. Very simply, if we take the preposition, can you give me an example of a preposition? Ashik? Fi. Excellent. So what does fi mean? In. And what was the ayat in the Quran that we remember what fi? Fi sabil, in the way of Allah. So fi. So fi could be here. Right? So this is your example of preposition, and we want to combine it with an attached pronoun. So fi would be fihi. In it. In. Fi is in it. Or fihi. Or in him. In it or in him. Fihi. Fihim. In them. Fika. In you. Fikuma. Fikum. In you all. Fiyi. Fiyi. In me. And fina. In us. Got it? And then can you give me another example of a preposition? Rashida. Be.
Who?
Or let's just use ala, because remember in ala, which is the which one do we use for the example of that preposition? Assalamu alaykum, upon you all. So if we did alayhi, upon him, alayhim, upon them, alayka, upon you, alaykum, upon you all. Assalamu alaykum, peace be upon you all. Alayhi, upon me. Alayna, upon us. You got it? So this is an example of an attached pronoun combining with a preposition. Right? So you've had two examples combining ismun with attached pronoun and preposition with attached pronoun. Okay? So that's one combination. Now the next combination that I want us to have a look at again is going to be with an example of a harf and a verb. Right? Okay. Can anyone think, and we have covered it, where we would use a combination of a verb with a harf together, like we did with now, ismun and attached pronoun? Can anyone think again for a verb? We did cover it. We've already covered a bit of it today, which is a clue for you as to what the combination might be. So think how we would combine fi'lun, which is a verb, with harfun. This is a distinction question. It's a bit of thought. Rashida had her arm up first.
Darabuka.
Yeah, you're do it from the beginning, yeah?
Darabuka.
No, that's not darabuka, that's darabuka. Daraba. Let's try. Daraba.
Ba.
No, daraba.
Darabahu.
Yes, darabahu.
Darabahu.
Darabahum.
Darabaka.
Darabaka.
Darabakum.
Darabakum. Darabani.
Darabani.
Darabu. Darabana. Darabana. Excellent distinction. You've earned your chair. With that answer, no matter what, if you don't answer any more questions, you've got the chair for next week. Because that was a really excellent answer. Well done, Rashida. So, everyone else has to fight for it. That one's already taken for next week. Because that was an excellent answer. She's been revising. So here, the example that Rashida gave us was the verb daraba. So we put here daraba, which means he hit. Yeah? And she used an example of harf, which is the attached pronoun that we did in the last one. Okay, yeah, the attached pronoun, and which had the who, the whom, the ka, the kum, and then the ye, and the na. Yeah, and she combined it with that. So darabahu, darabahum, darabakad, darabani, darabakum, darabani, and darabana. Which means in English, if we do it all together, let's try again. So darabahu, he hit him. Darabahum, he hit them. Darabaka, he hit you. Darabakum, he hit you all. Darabani, he hit me. He hit me. Darabana, he hit us. Right, now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to spend a little bit of time on this variation. Okay, because you remember daraba means he hit. Right, let's go through all the variations of just daraba first. So, can anyone remember what the variations were? I'm not going to see if anyone knows. Rush, hands up. Sadia, you want to try? Okay. Arif, I'm going to give Arif a chance. No, just for daraba. Going through all the hand signals for just daraba, not with attached pronouns, just daraba, the verb alone. Daraba, he hit. Darabu. No, darabu. They hit. Darabta. You hit. Darabtum. Hit. No, darabtu. Darabtu. I hit. Darabna. We hit. Very good. Well done. You got there in your mashallah. Excellent. See? So that was our direct. And remember, our basic root was fa'ala. Remember that. So fa'ala, he did. Fa'alu, they did. Fa'alta, you did. Fa'altum, you all did. Fa'altu, I did. Fa'alna, we did. And then we went to like jalasa. Remember jalasa, he sit. Jalasu, they sit. Jalasta, you sit. Jalastum, you all sit. Jalastu, I sit. Jalasna, we sit. Now, what we're going to do here, and now I'm going to give you an example, and I want you to give me the Arabic for this. Okay? They hit him is an example of fi'lun and harfun combined together, but it's they hit him. Work it out in your minds, and then put your hands up if you want to do the answer. They hit him. Ahmed. You sit there. Just say. Darabu. Yes. Darabuhu. Darabuhu. They hit him. If I want to say, I hit him. Rashida?
Darabahu.
Nope. Tabaraka?
Darabai.
Nope. Nope. Sadia?
Darabuka.
Nope.
Darabna.
Go on, Arif.
Darabna.
Nope. Darabtuhu. Darabtuhu. Yeah? So you got the darab, tu, and then who? Darabtuhu. I hit him. So the way you do it is that if I say I hit him, just go through the bit for daraba, he hit, darabu, they hit, darabta, you hit, darabtum, you hit, darabtu, I hit. I hit, darabtu, but I hit him. Darabtu, who? I hit him. Yeah? Darabtuhu. Okay. Let me think of another one. They hit you, singular. They hit you. They hit you. We say that a lot in school. They hit you. How would you say that in Arabic to the teacher? They hit you. Ahmed, you can just say it. Yes, you got there, but you got there, but I want you to think first, get the answer in your head, and then put your hands up. So I want an immediate response, yeah? Okay? No, he got it right. Darabuka. Darabu, they hit ka. You. They hit you. You got it? So you can see different variations of that, yeah? And your vocabulary just suddenly explodes. Because there's so many things you can then say, isn't it? They hit you, I hit him. How would you say I hit him? We just did this one. I hit him. Rashida.
Darabtuhu.
Yeah, darabtuhu. We just did it. Darabtuhu. I hit him. How many times has brother done that to sister? How has done to brother? I hit him. Oh, I hit her. How would I say I hit her? Distinction question. I hit her. We haven't done her. Rashida?
Darabtuha.
Yeah, darabtuha. Because this is the female for her. Yeah? Her. And this is who for him. Yeah? And her. So darabtuha. I hit her. Yeah? So you have all these types of variations. Okay? Now before I move on, then I'm going to do another one, which is they are hitting him. They are hitting him. They're actually doing it now. Teacher, they are hitting him. How would you say that in Arabic? They are hitting him. Now be sure the answer. I'm going to give Ashik a chance. Oh, mashallah, yadrubuhu. You good because from daraba yadrubu. Yeah, yadrubuhu. So they are hitting him. So the same kind of stuff is going on. Or if we want to say we are hitting him, how would we say that? We are hitting him. Ahmed, just say.
Nadrabuhu.
Yeah, nadrubuhu. We are hitting him. Or if I want to say I am hitting him. The baraka? Adrubuhu. I am hitting him. See? You've got it. Wonderful. So, excellent. So what we've done so far is that we've seen examples of where we have actually combined ismun with harfun and fi'lun with harfun. Now the next thing that I want to really focus on, which is the last bit of the lesson, is ismun and ismun together, how we can combine these together. Alright? Because we did harfun and harfun, didn't we? Like fihi, fihim. Now I want to combine ismun to ismun. Right? Now the key thing here, basically for ismun, which literally means what?
A name.
A name, not a noun, a name. And ismun has two types, basically two types. Adjectives and nouns. Excellent, you remember. Right. So basically, if we want to combine them together, we can do it two ways. We could do nouns to nouns, or nouns to adjectives, or adjectives to adjectives. These are the potential combinations we can do, right? Okay, so let's do an attempt on trying to give examples of how we would do this. All right. Now, the first thing that I'm going to ask you, okay, well, let's do an example of a noun and adjective combined together. So can anyone think first in Arabic of an example and then translate it for me? Rashid had her hand up first. No. Ahmed? No. No. Oh, Ahmed, you've gone really rusty. What's happened to you, Ahmed? My top student is falling. Don't expect that answer. The barakah. My gosh. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Very close. Just slight difference, but you can say Al-Baytu Al-Kabiru. Okay? Not Kabira, and I'll explain to you why that is. But that's the example I wanted. Which means, in English?
The house is big.
No, it means
The big house.
the big house. Yeah? So let's do this one. This is a very good example. So if we want to say the big house. Now, in the big house, which is the adjective and which is the noun?
Big.
Big is the adjective.
Now, house.
House is the
Noun.
noun. Exactly. And as Tabaraka said, that if we want to put this in Arabic, it's the other way round. Yeah? So the noun comes first, then the adjective. In English, the adjective comes first. Here, like big, then house. So as Tabaraka said, we had bait. Okay, so bait, and then we have kabir. Okay. Okay, so we have bait and kabir. These are the two ismun. So bait being the noun, and kabir in this context being the adjective. Now, if we want to say blur, this is obviously called in Arabic, sorry, al, which is the definite article. So we have to put al, the, al-baytu, al-baytu or al-bayti, al-baytun, al-baytu. Good. So al-baytu means the house. Right? Now if we want to say the big house, then what do we do with kabiru? Al-baytu. Al-kabiru. Not al-kabira, because al-kabira would be with ta marbuta. You say al-kabira. And for that to be feminine, because remember ta marbuta is mostly for feminine, this would have to be a feminine noun, and bait is a masculine noun. So that's why it is. If you wanted to say, sorry, Mustafa, using the easy now for these people. Or if you want to say like Jannah, which is a garden or paradise, you can say a big garden, Jannatu Kabira, Jannah Kabira, yeah. The big garden. It can mean paradise or it can mean garden. And Jannah has a term marbuta, feminine, yeah? Then you say kabira, because Jannah is a feminine noun. But bait is a masculine noun, so it doesn't have the term marbuta, so that's why it's kabiru, not kabira. So al-baytu, al-kabiru. Okay? Now, can anyone remind me, for this combination, noun and adjective, what is the rule that we have here? The Baraka? Oh, sorry, Rashida, sorry.
It should follow the same, it's Dhamma, if the noun is Dhamma, then the adjective should also be Dhamma. If it's having al, then the adjective should also have al. It should follow the same rules.
Excellent, exactly right. It should follow the same pattern. So if the noun is definite, the adjective should be definite, and the case ending should be also the same. So if the case ending is nominative with a dhamma, then the adjective should also be nominative with a dhamma. If it's genitive, then the adjective should be genitive. If it is mansub, accusative, then the adjective should be accusative. So the case ending follows exactly the same as the noun. And the third rule is that the adjective follows the noun, not the other way round. Yeah, al-baytu al-kabiru, the house, the big, but we translate it as the big house. Yes? Yes, the Baraka.
In English, the big house, but in Arabic, the first will be the noun and the second will be adjective.
Correct, that's what I just said. Yes, correct, absolutely. Okay, so now, using the big house, if we want to say a big house, how would we say that? A big house.
Baytun kabir.
Baytun kabirun, a big house. Very good. Alright, so you've got the principle. So now you've understood nouns and adjectives. Now, what about adjective and adjective? Where does that kind of come involved here? Mustafa? So adjective and adjective, we'll do that later. Adjective and adjective. So where does that come, Rashida? Yes. Okay. So to explain to me why that's an example of adjective, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim.
Because both of them are adjectives, and the noun comes before both.
Yes. It's precisely that it says Alhamdulillahi Rabb. So Rabb is the Lord, okay? Alhamdulillah, Lillah belongs to Allah, and Allah is the noun, and He is the Rabb, which is the adjective, the Lord, describing Allah, and Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. So these are two adjectives coming together. So describe like a big green tree, or a big green bush. So big and green are two adjectives describing a bush, which is the noun. Or a tall, thin man. Man is the noun. Tall and thin are the adjectives. So that's where you get the two adjectives. And again, it follows the same rules. That the adjective follows the pattern of the noun in every sense. So does the first adjective, and so does the second and third, and so forth. They should follow the same pattern. Yeah? So, you know, if we would say bait, so if we say the tall, big house, then we say Baytun, Tawilun, Kabirun. Yeah, Tawilun meaning tall, so a tall, big house, Tawilun, Kabirun. So Baytun, Tawilun, Kabirun. Yeah, so it follows it. Or the tall, big house, Al-Baytu, Al-Kabiru, Al-Tawilu. Yeah, so it follows it in every respect. Okay, so we've covered the second example. Now we come to the third. Right, we've done this, which is slightly more difficult. Nouns to nouns. Right, let's rub all this one out. So tell me, how does nouns to nouns come together? Can anyone remember from our previous lessons? Not in lesson 1 and 2, but what we've done in previous classes before. How we combine nouns to nouns, and what that expression is called. Combining nouns to nouns. Ashik?
It's an idafa.
Yes, idafa. Yeah, I probably got the spelling wrong, but anyway, idafa. Can you give me an example of an idafa? What does idafa mean? It's combining noun to noun. Ahmed? Just speak.
Idafa, if I just have two nouns, first noun should get first noun is the indefinite, and case ending is.
Describe to me, give an example. What's an example first? Then we'll go to the grammatical rule. Tabaraka.
Al-Kalam.
No, al-kalam is what? An example of what?
Particles.
No, al-kalam. What is that? What type of noun? Definite noun. This is about definite and indefinite. I'm talking about noun to noun. Noun to noun means that you have two nouns together. Right? So when you had Baytun, okay, Kabirun, yeah, these are two ismun, yeah, but one becomes an adjective in this case, yeah, the Kabirun. Here we want two nouns together. So I will give you an example of two nouns together. If I want to say the house of the man, or the man's house, the man's house, yeah, that means that it's two nouns together. It's not describing each other. This is the man's house, or the house of the man. So here we have bait, right? Let's put them all together. And then the other next word we have, which is rajul. Okay, rajul, which is man. So if we want to say the man's house, or the house of the man, this is an example of idafa, two nouns coming together. The man's house, or the house of the man, meaning the same thing. So how we put that together is the house of the man. So bait comes first, baytul rajul. Okay, now here, this is the pattern that you have to recognize. First of all, you will see two isms together. So you know if there's two isms together, there's going to be three combinations. It's going to be either adjective to adjective, or noun to adjective, or noun to noun. You've got three choices. You see two nouns, two isms together, it can be one of those three. So you've got a 30% chance of getting it right by just blindly guessing, right? But you know, through your logical reasoning, okay, that if it's a noun to an adjective, or an adjective to an adjective, the pattern should be exactly the same, right? So if the noun is definite, then the adjective will be definite. If it's an adjective to adjective, again it should be the same. Definite and the case ending. Here, you can see that in this example, that they're not patterned. They're two nouns together, but you've got one which doesn't have an al. This one does. The case ending is dhamma in the first noun and kasra in the second noun. This, if you just see that, you must be thinking idafa. In the general, you must think idafa. Therefore, you must be translating this first noun, noun 1 and noun 2, and have off in between. So here, noun 1 is house, and noun 2, rajul, is man. So you can put that together, house of the man. You've worked it out. House of the man. Yeah? Okay? So let's do another example. Sorry? Yes, we can do the house of Allah. So how would we say house of Allah? Okay, so here, yeah, Baytullahi. So here, Baytullahi, Baytullahi. Here, obviously Allah is not a definite article. This is a word, Allah, in itself, in its entirety. But the key thing is that case ending noun 1 has dhamma, noun 2, Allah, has genitive. So you can think, if that's the case, put it off in between. So here, house of Allah, or Allah's house. Both mean the same thing. Yeah? Can you think of another example? Or let me think of an English. Let me think of one. Sorry?
The house, the Muslims' house, the entrance of the Muslims.
Sorry? Let's do something simple. Two nouns together. So we've got house. Can we use another word besides house? The pen. Okay, the pen of a Muslim. The pen of a Muslim. So the pen of the Muslim. So here we're going to have qalam, and then we're going to have Muslim. Right? These are two nouns. This is how they're going to come together. Yeah. So you know, the rule is that qalam, which is the first noun, doesn't have a definite article. That's the rule number 1. It will, in an idafa, you'll never see al-qalam. So even though it says here, the pen, it is an assumed definite, without the definite article. It will never have al, but you presume it to be al, okay? Because it has qalamu. So it will be qalamu of a Muslim. Yeah, very good. That was slightly tricky because it wasn't a pen of the Muslim, it was of a Muslim. So there you've got Muslimin, Kalamu Muslimin, of a Muslim. Yeah. So here you can see that there is no al, but it means, it assumes it is there because it's part of idafa. Whenever there's an idafa, the first noun is always definite, but without the definite article. Right? And Muslim, it doesn't have al because it's a Muslim, but it must be in genitive. So look at the difference. One is dhamma, one is genitive. So it must be of. So you can put the pen and it's because it's double tanween, muslimin. Not okay. So it must be a Muslim. The pen of a Muslim. Easy, isn't it? Good. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that and just do a summary because I want to keep this short and sweet. I think I've covered most of what I wanted to cover. Yeah. So I'm just going to now do a summary. This is really the last lesson of the grammar, which is covering the core grammar. Right? This is the general basic tools for you to go to the Quran, which we will start from next week. Now next week we will come on different slightly grammatical variations, but you've got the basic foundation, which from lesson 1, 2 and 3. Lesson 1 we covered ismun and harfun. In ismun we understood that they were nouns and adjectives. We understood singular and plural. Yeah? We understood from plural that there were sound plurals, Muslim, Muslimun, Munafiq, Munafiqun, and we also understood that there were broken plurals as well. Okay, like yeah, kitab or kutub, yeah, different, and harf or huruf. Yeah, so we understood that. We understood the male and female like Muslim, Muslimah. Okay, so we understood those things from ismun. From harfun, we understood there was different examples of harfun. We understood there were prepositions like fi, ala, li, ila, la, and so forth. We understood pronouns like huwa, he, hum, they, anta, you, antum, you all, ana, I, nahnu, we. We understood attached pronouns like dinuhu, dinuhum, dinuka, dinukum, dini, dinuna. And then we understood there were demonstrative pronouns like hada, hadihi, dhalika, and tilka. Yeah? Okay, so hada kitab, this book. Yeah? This is the book, hada kitab. Okay? So, or hadihi, what was the one that we used for hadihi? Hadihi muslima. This is a Muslim female. Yeah? So hada male and hadihi. So we covered that. Then we combined like pronouns with nouns like huwa muslim, hum muslimun. Okay, so we did all that, and then we did the second lesson. We covered verbs, right? And in verbs, there were 3 tenses we understood. We understood they were past tense, present, and future. And present we did today with fa'ala, fa'alu, fa'alta, fa'altum, fa'altu, fa'alna. And then we did all up to present tense, which is yaf'alu, he is doing, yaf'aluna, they are doing, taf'alu, you are doing, taf'aluna, you all are doing, af'alu, I am doing, naf'alu, we are doing. Okay, so we understood the present tense, yeah? And then we understood the future was to add 2 particles, sa or sofa. So if we did say yaf'alu, he is doing, he will be doing, he will be doing. Thank you, Tawala. He will be. Or sofa yaf'alu, he will be doing. Sa and sofa, the difference is between near future or far distant future. And we'll come on examples in the Quran when sa or sofa is used. So this was our present tense for the and past and present for the verbs fi'lun. And today what we covered was the combinations, how we combine harfun to harfun, how we combine harfun to ismun, and how we combine fi'lun to harfun, and also how we combine ismun to ismun. And ismun to ismun has 3 ways. Who can remind me? Shh. Ashik.
Nouns to adjectives,
yeah.
adjectives to adjectives, nouns to nouns.
Excellent. And the rules were for noun to adjective would be is Sadia?
If noun has al, adjective should have adjective to have al.
Very good. So the adjective follows the noun in terms of definite article or indefinite as well as case endings. And if it's adjective and adjective, again the same rule. And if it's noun to noun, what's the difference in noun to noun?
It is idafa.
Idafa. But what's the difference?
first noun should
Case ending and the starting.
It should. There
The
should not be.
Too many people. Sorry. Ahmed?
first noun will not give first noun, there is no definite article
Yeah. First one, there's no definite article.
and there is no case ending like fatha damanu. It's not there, but it will come fatha there like.
No. I lost you there, Ahmed. I'm sorry. First noun, you're correct. Doesn't have definite article. Second noun will have
Case ending.
genitive. Noun to noun. So the first noun is normally going to be a dhamma without the definite article, and the second noun is always in the genitive with a kasra. Okay, that will help you to link up. There's a change in the case endings between the two. Might be it's a dafa, and we just did some examples of that. Okay, so subhanaka wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha ant wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Inshallah, next week we start with the Quran. Okay. Thanks.
The example to
Sir?
remember Baitullahi.